So you're considering making a move to Michigan, and well, hey, your lifestyle is a little bit more laid back. You might be looking for some peace and quiet, and you certainly want to get away from the craziness of the city. I totally get it, right? So this is where this video comes in for you, because we are covering just that. You came to the right spot. I've been wanting to make this video for a little while, just haven't got around to it, but I had some clients suggest I make this video immediately because this is what so many people look for when coming to the Metro Detroit area that don't want to live in the city. And there's only so many places that you can go in the Metro Detroit area that will allow you to have a rural lifestyle. So if that's what you're interested in, then stick around because we're getting after it right now. Hey, if we're meeting for the first time, my name is Meldrum. I make videos just like this about all things Metro Detroit, talk about what it's like to live here, work here, play here, including the sunshine and the snow and everything in between. I'm also a licensed real estate professional, and I help people just like you buy, sell, relocate, and invest here in the Metro Detroit market, and we want to help you do just that. So if these videos are helpful and you're into these type of videos, then go ahead and smash that subscribe button and tap that little bell so you're the first to learn about every new video we come out with on a weekly basis. All right, so by far, one of the most common questions I get from most clients who are moving to Metro Detroit from areas like California or areas that are really overpopulated right now, they're looking for a little bit more space. And if you're in this situation and you're moving to Michigan and you're sick of the hustle and bustle, you're sick of the city life, then this video is definitely going to answer a lot of your questions. And these cities are something you might want to consider checking out if you're looking for a little bit of slower pace of life, but really close to amenities, and you get a little bit more peace and quiet and privacy. This is what a lot of folks are looking for. I think, we're all sick and tired of things being so fast paced, things being so instantaneous, but there's still a sense of community in a lot of these areas that I'm going to cover in this video. So I think that's really important. As somebody who's moving to a new area, you want to know, is it safe? What are the schools like? What is the properties like? Like, all of those things are really great questions that, well, frankly, you should be asking, because you don't know what you don't know at this point. I'm here to help shine some light on what those places are here in Michigan that might fit your ideal lifestyle. So if you watched a lot of the videos on Detroit, Detroit is a huge area. Metro Detroit is an even bigger area. So when we talk about some of the more rural areas, they are on the outskirts of Detroit. You can't have the metropolitan area, you can't have the city lifestyle and the rural lifestyle all together. So as the city's been built, these areas tend to be the farthest away from Metro Detroit, or Detroit proper, I should say, and they are still considered Metro Detroit, but they're going to be a little bit further out, which might be okay with you depending on the lifestyle that you're looking for. So when I go over the list, just know I'll cover drive time, I'll cover some of the population there, I'll cover some real estate, just so you can see exactly what some of the homes look like, and you can start gravitating towards maybe one of these cities because you like the houses better, or maybe you're going to find things in that area that you prefer depending on your lifestyle. And the best way to really narrow down what your lifestyle is obviously to have a call with me and my team. We're going to walk you through a series of questions, or get to know what your ideal lifestyle is. Then we can certainly go through exactly what it is that you're looking for and match you up with the best ideal lifestyle, whether it's best schools, or maybe you're looking for the rural lifestyle like we're talking about in this video. So that's really super helpful for us to do. Contact information is in the description. It's super easy to book a call with us, and look forward to it. All right, so first up on our list, let's talk about Milford, Michigan. Now, Milford's one of those areas that has a great downtown area, and the surrounding area has subdivisions, but it also has a lot of rural lifestyle. So you got a lot of homes that are sitting on more than a half acre, maybe an acre to 2 acres, even up into 20 acres. Now, there's a lot of people fighting for these homes because that's the ideal lifestyle. Everybody wants that type of acreage and that type of land in Milford, and these homes are going for top dollar. So just a quick overview on Milford as a city. You got about 6,500 residents in Milford. There's also Milford Village that adds some more population to it. It's not much, but you're going to get about another couple thousand people in the Milford Village. And then about 77% of people who live in Milford actually own their homes. So when you look at those type of stats, that's a really good stat, because you don't have a lot of rental, you don't have a lot of people coming in just for the rental market. It shows that people really enjoy living there and they want to stay there for a long time. So 77% own their home. And then the average cost of a house in Milford is right around $308,000. I think that's a little bit higher if you're looking for a little bit more acreage on land, a little bit of privacy, maybe some of these more stately style houses. You're probably looking north of 500. So, you know, there are still a lot of homes in the Milford area that are being sold. So it's bringing that average down. You know, you can still find homes in Milford for $200,000. They're not very common. You might need a lot of work in them, but they still do exist. But I would say a more appropriate budget for the Milford area, if you're looking for this rural lifestyle, is going to be $500,000 and above. All right, so I want to give you some glimpses of what some homes here in Milford look like. So these are all half-acre plus that have been sold or are active on the market as of today. So you can see the most expensive home here in Milford sold within the last year for $2.3 million. And this is really a lot of the homes that you can see in Milford. They're going to have a lot of space. This is a log cabin, super cool. So there's a lot of detail in this one. No wonder it went for $2.3 million. This is a really cool house. I'm really digging these photos right now. So if this is your ideal home, this type of stuff does exist in Milford, but you can start taking a look at some of the other homes. This home sold for $1.875. You know, it's got, and this one has 3.2 acres. It's a 6-bedroom and really good looking home. So you can see, you know, this was on 3.2 acres, really private setting. You got a lot of things going on the property, some outdoor buildings. Really cool home, this one. You know, and then you got homes like this. These are homes that are in the million, but I think these are really fitting for, you know, the homes that do exist on acreage here. But if we get into more of the, you know, 600, 700,000 range, you still got a lot of options. I mean, there was over 130 results for half acre and above that have sold in the past year. So when we look at that, we always try to, you know, look at how many homes are available. Are you looking for a unicorn in the grand scheme of things? Honey, I'm recording a video. Do you want to be in it? So we got a visitor here. I don't know if she wants to be on camera today. She's feeling a little shy. But we're talking about Milford. We're showing people houses. You want to show people some houses? Mm-hmm. Can you say hi to everybody? No, we got a shy one here. Well, Milford's a great place. You got a lot of different properties. As you can see, you know, and we start looking at homes in the 800 and 900,000. This is a good example of what a lot of these homes look like. And let's just pop into this one here so you can see some more pictures. You know, this is on a dirt road, not paved. That's a mix of what you'll get. A lot of attention to detail in this home, but you got a huge yard. You got, let's see how many acres we got on this one. So just over 3 acres. So it's a pretty good sized lot. And this seems like a stately home, right? There's a lot of attention to detail, a lot of good updates in these homes. So you're getting some privacy here, and you can notice that the tree line, if we go to, let's see all photos, let's see if we can see some property views here. Yeah, so this one's got a pool, and then you can see she likes pools, obviously. So then you can see there's a ton of land there with trees on it. So really private setting. So let's get back out of here. But that's a good overview of what Milford has to offer. So I would highly consider Milford if you're looking to be an hour away from Detroit, but there's going to be some closer areas, and we're going to get into that right now. I need to lay some ground rules down. You can't be moving around and playing with everything. Okay, we're focused on the video. You understand? Can we focus? Mm-hmm. We're getting a new version of Mila every new one we do. All right, so we're going to talk about South Lyon, Michigan. So South Lyon is really close to Plymouth, Northville, Brighton, Ann Arbor. It's kind of right in the mix of those right there. It's this area that has a small downtown area, but it also has a lot of new construction. So what you see in South Lyon is you're going to get some new construction, but you have a ton of homes that have been converted from farmland, or maybe just a ranch that owned, you know, a couple acres, and they sold off the acreage to the developers, and those houses are still there. So you get this really nice mix of subdivisions, but also still a lot of land. So here in South Lyon, population of right around 12,000, and then you also have an average house price of $220. Now, again, when I look at these averages for acreage, you're going to be paying more. So, you know, the average house prices in a lot of these cities that I'm going to go over, they're going to be a little bit higher. Well, they're going to be lower, but we're going to talk about the price point being higher because Well, you need acreage, right? So you need a little bit more space. These houses are going to tend to be a little bit nicer on the grand scheme of things. So here's a good example of what we see in South Lyon. The past 12 months alone, there have been 85 homes that have sold, the highest one selling for 1.25 million. So here, let's take a look at some of these here. This is a good example. And we got this incognito girl over here. So this one was in actually Lyon Township, just part of South Lyon. They share school districts. So really nice ranch style home, nice details in there. Open kitchen with a great island. Perfect. Yep. So this is a great looking home. You know, and if we go back, we can start seeing a little bit more.
Why does it have wine in it?
I didn't see where was the wine. Oh, the wine in the picture? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, people drink wine. All right. So here's some more examples of some homes here. This one sold for $780. The thing that you can see, a lot of them, is you're going to see these treed lots and these private lots. So this is a good example, $760. This home sold. So this one was on close to just over 2.5 acres. You know, nice looking home. And you got this private manicured lot, you know, that if you're looking for this type of thing. The point that I'm trying to make, you know, is like, it doesn't always have to be acreage. If you are moving to an area where you just need like a half an acre, but you have this private setting, you can find that in a lot of these areas. So it doesn't always have to be, well, we need 1 acre minimum or 2 acres minimum. You can find a lot of this stuff in the areas for maybe less than an acre, but you can achieve what you're trying to achieve by having the private setting. So if that's helpful, I'd recommend just sitting down with our team and going over those details so we can flush that out to make sure you're on the right path moving forward.
That one's pretty with the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the sunset one.
All right, so next up on our list is Brighton, Michigan. Now, if you guys have been watching this channel long enough, you guys know I love Brighton just because of the sense of community, and really you can find a lot of different lifestyles here in Brighton. Anything from what we're talking about today for a rural lifestyle, or if you want to be downtown, you can be in a downtown setting and live close to everything, or you can be in a subdivision, or you could be looking at a lake life. So lots of lifestyles here in Brighton, definitely geared towards the outdoor enthusiast. So if you're somebody that's looking for a lot of outdoor activities, or maybe you're an active family like we are who love to walk around neighborhoods, walk downtown, kind of enjoy the parks that we have in Brighton, then Brighton's probably a great spot for you. But real estate wise, here's what we can expect in Brighton. So just to give you a flavor of what some of the homes look like on acreage. So again, we're looking at half acre up. This one on Lake, this was on Woodland Lake actually. This one sold for 1.6 million. We actually toured that a couple times. Just a really nice in the Hill Point subdivision there. And then you have this one on Woodland Lake as well for 1.2. This was actually a really cool house. We went through this a number of times with clients, and it was a little bit further away from the lake, as you'll see. Had a great outdoor area with a pool, but it just wasn't really on the lake per se. You had to drive down to a little beach area to get access to your boat. So most people who are living on a lake, they prefer to be on the lake. So this one didn't work out for the couple of clients that we took through, but still a great little area. But let me get into a few more as this page loads.
Dad, did you see the pool in that one?
Mm-hmm.
Can we go live there?
Sure, honey.
You're probably gonna mean no.
Okay.
I want to see the pool again. So
here's a few more houses that you can take a look at. Some on the lakes, some just in private settings. Oh, here's one of our listings here. This was in
That's pretty sunset.
Yeah, that's a beautiful sunset. We did that.
It's purple.
We did that.
It's purple.
I know, that was a beautiful day. So this is a great example. This is a home that we actually sold. So this one is in the Peninsula subdivision, which is a great little subdivision just north of Brighton on a half acre lot. It was a corner lot, but they have a pool there. They have so many different things, right there. But again, if you're looking for a little bit more land, that was just a good example of a house that we've sold. But if you're looking for new construction in the Brighton area, you got a ton of options. So hopefully this gives you a good flavor of what the homes here in Brighton look like. You can get some acreage and really close to everything. So just know that here in Brighton, we got Costco. There's no Trader Joe's, hopefully coming soon, but there is a Costco, and all of your amenities are right close to downtown. So you're not driving more than maybe 15, 20 minutes. If you're living on the farthest side of, she wants to tell you there's a Target here. So there is a Target here in Brighton. So make sure you make note of that.
And Kroger.
And Kroger. So anything else you want to tell them? and Bush's. So we got Kroger, Bush's, Target, and Costco all here in Brighton. So you don't have to worry about shopping. And then there's tons of other stuff as well.
Why is there thumbs down?
All right, so next up on the list is Heartland, Michigan, just north of Brighton, just to the west of Milford. Heartland's a really up and coming area. So a lot of new construction going on in Heartland, but there's a lot of homes that are sitting on acreage. And this is a great place that's being grown out as we speak. There's a lot of, like I said, new construction, but there's a lot of new businesses, a lot of commercial stuff going on in the Heartland area. And it's got some great lakes. When you're looking at Heartland, you got Long Lake, which is here. And then you have the other lakes, which is Round Lake. Yep, that's Logan's Lake. That's her friend. Her friend lives close to this lake, so she wanted me to tell you that this lake is where Logan lives. So a population in Heartland is just over 15,000. Average price point in the area is going to be right around 222,000. But again, we're looking at homes on acreage, so these are going to be more expensive. A lot more things that are going into building these homes that are on these large lots. All right, so here's some example of some homes here in the Heartland area. The highest home that is sold on the last 12 months was for $1.2 million. Let's take a look at this guy. So this one was on 55 acres. This was a country estate. Really cool home. I didn't take a look at this one. I haven't toured this one, but this one's looking really good. I mean, they got a pond in the backyard. They got a pole barn. They got a pool. But you can see tons of clearing there. They cleared that out. The pool looks like an L. Yes, the pool looks like an L. I'm living my life, or she's living her life through me talking to you guys. So one thing you know about Mila is she doesn't really talk to a lot of strangers. We raised her that way, so she doesn't talk to strangers there, but she's going to be telling me stuff that I need to tell you guys on this video. So just keep an eye out for that. So this home, you got the clearing here, you got the pond in the backyard. It's really cool. So, this is a really good example of the home that is in a private setting. They got everything they need right there, but it's still super close to town. Yep, and there's woods in it. Let's look at some of the lower price points here in the Heartland area. So if we go down into maybe the mid 500s, 600s, you still got some really cool homes. And they're these showing some $1 million homes on acreage, but there's a lot of these homes that exist in the 600 price range for the $500,000 price range, and they're just as cool. They may not have as much acreage or as much attention to detail in the custom builds, but they're really nice houses. So let's take a look at this one for 600. This one is on 1.2 acres, right? For 600, it sold for 600,000, and it's got a really nice manicured front yard. It's got a deck off the back. It's got a nice little clearing there, up against kind of some farmland. But you can see, one thing I want to point out here is you see the neighbors right next door, but this house feels so secluded. So it looks like we're going through the woods. Yes, looks like you can go through the woods. So this is the point and it's great that we pulled this up, because this is exactly what I'm talking about when I sit down with clients and we really kind of unpack, is it a private setting that you want, or do you want to be able to use the acreage for hunting, maybe ride ATVs? That's a different story, right? So if those are the use cases, then we got to look elsewhere. This probably won't work for that setting. But if it's just privacy and the tree lines, there's a ton of that here as well.
Looks like there's a pool.
She's gonna find every pool in the picture, just by the way.
This is actually the last one, and then the video's over?
Mm-hmm. We're almost done. All right, so Mila decided to take off. She's no longer starring in this show. So the last area we're going to take a look at is the Bloomfield area. Now we got West Bloomfield, Bloomfield Hills, and just regular Bloomfield. But the West Bloomfield and the Bloomfield area specifically, this is in the Metro Detroit area, close to Detroit, just east of Milford. You're by Birmingham, Royal Oak. You're kind of in the thick of Metro Detroit as well. But the unique thing about this one, and why I have it in the rural area, is you can get so many different private settings in the Bloomfield area. Now, a lot of these lots that were built with some really cool homes, they have custom homes on them. They have, ranches, mid-century modern, but they're all very unique, and it's a lot of wooded area in Bloomfield. So, for this reason, I wanted to throw this on the list, because this can get overlooked. If you're looking for acreage, you might want to go a little bit west of the areas that we were talking about, but the acreage still does exist here in the Bloomfield area. So some quick stats about Bloomfield. The average price point is right around $337,000, but again, just on theme, you're going to be higher than that that if you're looking for a little bit more acreage, private setting, a nicer home. And the prices can go up, as you can see here, into the millions. The highest one that has sold in the past 12 months is $6 million. And then they just kind of keep going down from here. But these are some absolutely beautiful homes. So people living in Bloomfield, they're owning their homes. 83% of people who live in Bloomfield own their home. There's not a big rental market in there. And you can probably see that from a lot of the homes that have sold. Again, on our search, we got a half acre looking in the Bloomfield area, and we have 348 results. So this shows you that there's still a lot of people who are looking for this type of lifestyle in the Bloomfield area. And you can see there's a lot of areas here where it's just tree lined. Like in this home, this one's 4.9 million, and it's an absolute beauty. So going through this house, I mean, there's a lot of attention to detail. We got brick pavers lining the driveway. We got 5 garage doors. I mean, I don't know what you can do with all those garages. I mean, you must be getting a lot more cars, or you have a car collection if you're moving in here, or maybe you're going to get a car collection. One or the other, doesn't matter. Fill those garage spots. But you got a lot of attention to detail inside. Grand piano room. This place is absolutely sick. I mean, these type of homes in Bloomfield, these exist quite often in the Bloomfield area. So you can see, obviously, these places are in the millions. Let's get down into some of the more average homes that you're going to see here into the millions. But there's a lot of these type of places in Bloomfield, and the list just keeps going and going and going in the millions and millions and millions. So we still got a half acre in our search criteria, and we're looking at some homes in the Bloomfield area that sold in the past 12 months. So you can find homes on acreage, for $260. These are in rural areas, but again, the unique thing I'd like to point out here is that these are all very private settings, so they may not be on a massive acreage like a lot of those estate homes, but they're at least on a half acre. And this is showing us that, the half acre does exist. You can get up to an acre for less than $300,000 if you really want it. They do go quick, but it does exist. So these are some areas here in Metro Detroit where you can find a rural lifestyle, kick back, put your feet up, get away from the craziness, and just have that peace and quiet in your home. So if this is what you're looking for, again, just a recap, we got Milford, we got South Lyon, we got Brighton, we got Heartland, and we got the Bloomfield area. All great places to check out if you're looking for, a place to kick your feet up, relax, do that type of thing, and be close to the city. All of them have their own uniqueness. Some of them have, quaint downtowns. Some of them, have smaller downtowns. Some of them don't even have a downtown. It just depends on, exactly what you're looking for. If this information is helpful, then make sure you subscribe, tap that little bell so you're the first to learn about the current market here in Metro Detroit and every time we come out with a new video. And of course, if you're moving here in 1 month or 1 year from now, we want to help you do just that. So don't forget to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. I've even got my contact information down below, and I'll be happy to help you make a smooth move here to Michigan. And until next time, go check out these other videos that we got about all things Metro Detroit. They're pretty cool. Well, I think they're cool because I made them. But until next time, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.